Yeah, it's okay. Let her follow up. Let her follow up.
So I'm just wondering, because there is the health of the woman that's taken into question, and she doesn't have the money to have proper health care, or as well as the fact that if she's in college, there's a good chance that she won't be able to continue college.
Okay, so now you're adding more variables to the situation. But okay, so let's talk. Okay, so let's take each one of those variables at a time. But I'm going to have to cut off the continuing hypothetical after this before she ends up in penury at the end of Les Mis. But it's. Okay, the idea that what about the health of the mother? So my view on abortion, again, the morality of killing a baby does not change as long as the baby's not actually threatening the life of the mother. In the cases where the baby threatens the life of the mother, like for example, you have a case where a woman has actual breast cancer and she needs chemotherapy and she's pregnant, but the chemotherapy will abort the baby, which actually does happen, right? That is a case where the mother should, I think, be able to get the treatment. That's not the same thing as an abortion. So they're actually treating the mother for what she's got, and the byproduct of that is the baby is terminated, the baby's killed, basically. That's not the same thing morally. As far as again, all I can say is restate that if this woman, there's about as sympathetic a cases you can make, and I personally would step in to try and help someone like that, and I have a feeling a lot of people in this room would step in to try and help somebody like that. But you're also, I do think that it's important to know two things. One, the solution to something horrible happening is not another horrible thing happening in the killing of a baby, which I think is actually horrible. And two, it's really not good to take the marginal case and then use that to argue broad. So what people tend to do is they say, well, what about the girl who's raped? What about her abortion case? So now let me ask you, if the girl weren't raped and she just got pregnant, would you think that she should still have access to an abortion? Right, so you're giving me an exceptional case. So you're giving me an exceptional case in order to prove a rule that you don't actually want to defend. So if you just come up and ask me, do I think a woman should have an abortion, then we could actually have an argument about, or a discussion about in what cases an abortion was appropriate. But you always, this is what people on the pro-choice side, the anti-life side, actually do. What they actually do is they take the marginal case, they take the raped, woman who has a severe disability, and they say, this is all abortions. That's not all abortions. Significantly less than 1% of all abortions are performed on women who have been raped. So if you want to talk about the epidemic of abortion in the country, over 1 million abortions performed a year in the United States, let's talk about the other 99% of cases. When you are willing to agree with me that the other 99% of cases are not cases where abortion should be necessary, then I'm willing to have a discussion with you about compromise. But I don't think that's what you want. I think that you're just using the exceptional case in order to try and guilt me into supporting a broad-based abortion platform. No, I just, sure.
So whether thinking the woman got pregnant because of rape, or if the woman is pregnant because she didn't have access to birth control, but even if she does...
Guys, let her ask the question, actually. I want to hear the rest of the question. All right. Would it be better if they were all black? I'm confused.
The point is you're overlooking the woman in the situation.
Well, guys, okay. I'm not overlooking the woman in the situation. She had many choices. Okay, so now you're shifting the scenario. Okay, so now just to be clear, are we talking about the scenario with the rape, or are we talking about the other one? Okay, because no, we're not going to do every scenario because all these scenarios are different, and I want to discuss them specifically. So if we're going to talk about, Okay, so if we're going to talk about the case where the woman is just, she doesn't have access to birth control, which is available at CVS for $32, you can get a bunch of condoms, okay? It's really not expensive. If we're going to talk about, the idea that a woman just was too lazy to use birth control or she got pregnant because the birth control broke, I really do believe, well, I mean, since the woman is probably going to bear the burden of pregnancy, I think both of them might bear the burden. I mean, just actually speaking. Okay, the man has a lot less cost there. The man, she does bear the physical burden. I mean, you're the one calling pregnancy a physical burden, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, but I'm wondering so you're saying the man shouldn't have any responsibility?
No, I'm saying the man should marry her. You're the one saying the woman should stay single and then rely on the government. These are two separate issues. These are two separate issues. Sympathy for the woman and sympathy for, how about a little sympathy for the child? Okay, at any point does sympathy for the child come in here? You say I'm not compromising. I'm the only one in this conversation who's expressed the willingness to take money out of my own pocket and put it in somebody else's.
So have you donated to Planned Parenthood then?
What was that?
Have you donated to Planned Parenthood?
No, because they kill babies. They kill 300,000 unborn children a year. No, I don't donate to a baby genocidal organization. I'd love to continue it, but there's a big line behind it.